Okay, before this video starts, future Matt, during editing, just wanted to say, please, for the love of everything, subscribe to this channel and subscribe to my other channel, which is just, Doujin Ronin on YouTube, because I really need people to see my things. It really helps. I really hate being that guy being like, hey, make sure you hit that like button and ring that notification bell like you're ringing your arch rival. I don't know. Anyway, but like it really does help. And on this channel, this is my second channel. Any subscriber, it helps pretty much. This is also going to be the channel where I host my Metal Gear lecture. So this channel is, the whole purpose is for me to post things that aren't my DJ sets. So it can be miscellaneous content from original music to remixes to, like I said, the Metal Gear lecture, everything in between. So please subscribe to this channel. Okay, now back to previous me. Hello everyone, I'm the Doujin Ronin, if you haven't already known by now. And I know I'm a little late to this, but I wanted to do a kind of like a retrospective of 2022. Originally, when I was going to do this, I was just going to be for Twitter, but then I realized, I'm like, you know what? This video is going to be long. So, and if you haven't noticed by the damn, timestamp, I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm probably just going to do this all in one take, no editing, just raw, sloppy. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Because a lot of things happened in 2022. So I guess I'll start with 2021, the ass end of 2021. And just to be really quick, I'm kind of a private person when it comes to my life, the things that I have going on in my personal and intimate life. Not really for any particular reason. It's just that I try not to talk about myself a lot, because I was raised in an Italian household, so be humble, blah blah blah. But I do feel like this is needed. I feel like an update video kind of is in order, especially on this new channel of mine. So this is going to be on a channel where I can post original songs that I make, remixes that I make, other video projects. Probably the next video that'll be uploaded to this channel will be my Metal Gear lecture, which that's going to be insane. I'm going to dive into the details. 2021. So towards the ass end of 2021, I had gotten invited to something called Paradise Online Starlight. It was a DJ competition where me and many other talented Eurobeat DJs competed, essentially, to, I guess, the prize was to be able to have a spot for their event, Paradise Online, in 2022. That was the big prize. There's some other stuff, won't bore you with the details. Anyway, so I got invited to this because of Super Euro Jimmy and Neodash, which again, I cannot thank you all enough for giving me that opportunity. I met these people through doing shows and stuff, online shows, with Galaxian Recordings. Honestly, where I am today, I wouldn't be who I am or where I am today if it weren't for Ryuko Pegasatsu for allowing me to do stuff with them and then meet other amazing and talented people to work with them, and the chain goes on and on. But so really quick, thanks to Damien, thanks to Ryuko, and thanks to Jimmy and Neodash, I was able to perform for this competition. I also performed alongside many other important people. One that had the biggest impact on me from this competition was Mika Maru, and I'll get into him in a little bit, because I also owe a lot to him as well, or I personally feel that. So long story short, competed with many other people, and towards the end of the year, I had won. I was on cloud 9. It blew me out of the water how many people voted for me, and how many people enjoyed my wackiness, I guess. That's something I try to pride myself on, is being an entertainer. I'm a DJ first, entertainer second, but I try really, really hard to keep those at the same level of enjoyment, So it blew me through, it blew me away when it turned out in December. I believe it was December when they announced the results of that competition at their Best of Beats live stream. Well, in my personal life, me and my family, it's a family of 6, we're getting kicked out by my aunt because, and I won't go into many detail with this, but basically my mother and my aunt had owned the house that we were living in. It was split 50-50. Due to Tennessee law and some other stuff, she had tried to get us to sell our rights over to her, essentially. It's called a partition lawsuit, not to get into the weeds here, but she had filed a partition lawsuit against us. We had went to court. We showed that, hey, she had pretty much nothing to do with the home, in all honesty, because of my dad's health and everything. I've been the one taking care of the family, since my dad couldn't, move back in, took care of whatever. Anyway, it was me. I was the one who was doing the home repairs. I was the one paying for, any upkeep that needed to be done to the house. It was all me. Well, because of the partition lawsuit and the other stuff, then the court, whatever, long story short, we had to move. So me and my family, at the very end of December, maybe the middle of December, towards that going into 2022, me and my family were about to be homeless. We had moved a total of 5 times in that time span of a month, until we found a duplex. And so we stayed at that duplex for a little while. Things didn't work out. Now, fast forward, in, I believe, was September, I think, or maybe August, we bought this house. So now I own, the house that we're in. Me and my family are taken care of. Everything's fine. I know I skipped ahead here, but it's important for me to say that, hey, there was a time when we were going to be homeless. We were homeless, and then we, kept pushing, and thankfully got to where we are today. So, I was dealing with a lot. There was a lot of good and bad that was happening going into December of 2021. Then, like I said, won the competition, then went homeless. But we got another place, and so this takes us to January of 2022. Something huge had happened, and I've talked to a couple of people about this, is that, it's so crazy to think that one single event kicked off so many amazing opportunities. And so I'm going to try not to spill any bitch water here. But me winning Paradise Online, and meeting Meek and Maru, through meeting him, he's like, yeah, hey man, I liked your stuff. If you ever want to perform with us or, get hooked up, whatever, I got you. And thankfully, I joined the SeriesAi Discord. Huge shout outs to them. And again, I really cannot stress how much I owe, or a lot of my stuff, to Meek and Maru. And the next person I'm about to talk about is Super Juice. Super Juice is also a fantastic DJ from Anison Hijack. The fucking anyone who has followed me for a while kind of knows where I am now. But this is the story from point A to point B. So, through joining the SeriesAi Discord, Super Juice had reached out to me and said, hey man, we do something called Anison Hijack. We're doing an event now where, we've got smaller DJs and stuff, new fresh faces, are going to be performing. And here's our Discord, here's this, senior stuff, kind of like what you do. Would love to have you on board. So I did. Funnily enough, if you go back and watch my first Anison Hijack DJ set, which, by the way, today is the anniversary of. It's been 1 year since that day. That's another reason why I kind of waited to film this. I was going to have this out maybe 2 or 3 days ago, but when I realized how everything kind of lined up, I figured, I'm like, no, I'll wait. I should be able to film this, should be, just fine. So anyway, I did that, and let me pull up my thing real quick. So, going into January, I also, speaking about Galaxian Recordings, I did their New Year's event that we always hold at Galaxian Recordings, which is the New Year's Nocturne Rave. So immediately started off 2022 with the Nocturne Rave. Then a couple of days later, I was a part of the Anison Hijacks, or the Anison Mini Hijacks, the name of it. Through that, I met amazing people. Thankfully, a lot of people liked my stuff, and this will be, from this point forward, kind of me explaining all of the shows that I did in 2022, because that's kind of what this is. It's 2022 in review. I'll explain more like interpersonal shit as this goes on, but I'd like to kind of keep this focused on the positive stuff of this, because like 2022 in my personal life was hell. There was so much stuff. Like I said, the legal battle over the house, trying to get the money from the house being sold, because again, my mom co-owned it and everything else. Trying to get the duplex, then dealing with all of the hassle and drama that was there at the duplex, trying to provide an environment that's safe enough for my siblings to then go outside and play, which we weren't able to during that time. Some other stuff, some ex drama, just a bunch of shit, but on the flip side, I also had the most beneficial year of my life when it comes to my DJing. Like I was, and again, I don't really like talking about myself this way, but like I had so much success in 2022 that it really fucking, it baffles me, it blows me away, because like, again, because of that competition, because of meeting Mekon and Super Juice, and I'm gonna continue, I promise, but through meeting them, so many doors, so many things opened up. And it's not just them, obviously. I mean, I did work hard at my craft. I did earn what I was given, but at the same time, it's important to know where you come from. You know what I mean? Like, because if I didn't do that competition, if I didn't win that competition, I'd probably be just some random weirdo in my room making mixes, doing cursed Shadow Realm type shit. And now I'm not gonna lie, the person that I am, I'm always going to, I'm going to perform for 3 people the same way I'd perform for 300 people. So I'd still have this kind of energy, this kind of drive, but 2022 was insane, in my humble opinion. So on top of that, so in January I did 2 shows. In February I wanted to try something new here, something that literally no one knows about. But I did a bunch of pop-up events in VR chat. Under a completely different DJ name. I wanted to try to branch out. I wanted to try new genres of music that I hadn't done, which I started first with Anison Hijack. This is kind of what made me go down this route. Was because up until this point, I mean, I knew anime music, I knew like J-core a little bit, but I never really mixed any because I never had the opportunity to. I mostly stuck with just standard house, big room, happy hardcore, hard style, that kind of thing. But like mixing J-core music, mixing, like anime related stuff, Vocaloid stuff, Love Live, a whole lot, whole lot, allowed me to experiment with stuff that I hadn't done before. And so I wanted to keep doing that and keep switching up my style. So I went under an alias. I'm not going to say what that alias is right now. I probably maybe will. It just depends on the notoriety that name gets. I decided to do this whole alias thing because if anyone knows about anything about the Eurobeat community, there's a lot of artists that have like 80 different aliases. I'm not entirely sure why you would need more than one, but it is what it is. So I wanted to try something new. So I believe in February I did 2 or 3. Then March rolled around. Here's something huge. So because of that talk with Mekon back in, I believe it was December or January, when he had asked, like, hey man, I like your style, I like your energy, I run SeriesAi, and we'd like to have you at one of the events that we do. So I was like, hell yeah, dude, like that blew me away. Like being found by people and being asked these things really meant the world to me, because again, like in my personal life, things were crumbling, again, like trying to find, because for those who don't know, my dad has gone through a lot of health issues in the last 5 to 8 years, and I've been there every step of the way. I've been supporting my family every step of the way, because that's what you do. If you love someone, you do the best that you can to provide for them, to show them that you love them, and more, you know. And I'm going to try not to tear up here, but I wanted more for my siblings. I wanted them to have a better childhood than I did. Growing up, my biological mother was never really in the picture, so once my dad remarried and had, you know, my first siblings and all that other stuff, I wanted to make sure that they had better than I did, and so far they have. So far I've been doing a really good job. I've been doing that. My dad's health is getting on track now. Everything's a lot better now, but back then everything was falling apart, and so to have somebody do that, to acknowledge me for what I brought to the table, it meant a lot. And that is SeriesAi's Cyber Sakura event. This was my second foray into doing anime related stuff. I've DJ'd at anime conventions, but like, I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of that stuff, I tried to focus on safe house music, because I'm like, alright, well, I know that that's what's, you know, they're gonna like. I would spice a little bit, you know, or I'd sprinkle a little bit of like happy hardcore, a little bit of hard style here and there, you know. I do mashups and that kind of thing. But for the most part, I tried to be safe because I was still relatively new. I mean, hell, I just started DJing in 2019. I guess 2018, but I didn't have an actual mixing board or anything until about 2019. And so, like, I haven't had many under my belt, but I wanted to play it safe. So far I did, you know. I have had conventions want me back that I had worked with previously. Due to COVID, though, I wasn't able to because of my dad's health. Like I said, he was battling lung cancer. Still, it kind of is. He's not out of the neck of the woods yet, but, you know, it's been an ongoing battle. Which is another reason why you've been seeing me do a lot more online shows. So, I was the very first artist in the Cyber Sakura event. I wanted to make sure that I made a lasting impression, similarly to how I did with Anison Hijack in January, because I was like, oh man, like, I've not really played stuff like that before. The closest I've gotten is Eurobeat, which is another reason why, if you notice, when I open up my DJ set, that's what I open it up to, is some turbo remixes of, or turbo Eurobeat remixes of existing songs, because I was like, well, it's hard to judge a crowd if they're online, right? So if you know, or I know, that a lot of people in these circles like anime-related stuff, I was already a fan of Turbo. I've been a fan of Turbo since he did his JoJo remixes. And then thanks to Ryuko Pegasatsu, like, that's where I got a lot of my love and rekindling for Eurobeat music. Because I used to really like Eurobeat music when I was younger. Thanks to people like Odyssey, who I'll definitely talk about her later, because Jesus Christ, holy crap, I have a lot to say, all positive. I'm gonna get really mushy during that part, so just like warning. I'm gonna get mushy about her, about many others, so just hold on. So this video is already right now like 17 minutes in, so I apologize, but yeah, this is gonna be a beefy one, because I think it's important. I think it's important to have this kind of transparency. I think it's important to talk with people more, because I didn't do that in 2022. Because of everything that was going on in my personal life, you know, I honestly just kind of shut down that and like COVID and everything else too. Like, I didn't hang out with anyone. I wasn't really able to, because, you know, and I'm not trying to get political here, but like, when the doctors say, yeah, if you were to catch this virus because, you know, you're immune compromised, talking about, you know, the doctor to my dad, and also my little sister has asthma. But the doctors were like, yeah, if you were to catch, you know, COVID, it would most likely kill you. Yeah, I don't want to have my dad dead, especially since my siblings are so young, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Obviously, no one wants their parents dead, or at least hopefully not, you know, in the weeds. So that's why I wanted to do something like this, instead of this just being a damn 40-second video of me being like, all right, bye. Here's to, you know, 2023, baby. No, I wanted to do something deeper, because you guys deserve that. The people who have supported me, the people who have reached out and helped make my 2022 better. You guys earn, or not earn, but you guys deserve more than just me saying, all right, cool guys, like, and give you a generic explanation. So, Cyber Sakura, sorry, I believe I kicked in the doors correctly. I started out, I went extremely hard, because 2022 was my proving year, you know? Like, I had just met all these great people, all these amazing, like, talented people too. Like, holy crap. Like, there were, I thought that I was just a small fish in a big pond, you know? But, like, through meeting all these other fantastic people, I learned that the pond is a lot bigger, and luckily in that year, it was a year of growth, and that I grew in size as well. But I'm getting into the weeds. A lot of people loved my Cyber Sakura event. One of which, and I'm not meaning to, you know, I guess I will be a little private about this. I guess I don't want to be weird. Anyway, Taylor Ray, DJ Taylor Ray, from Anison Hijack, through seeing this, had reached out to me and was like, hey, we really want you on the team. Like, we like the energy that you have. We like what you bring, all this other stuff, but, you know, we want you to do more shows with us to kind of see, you know, I guess not just skill level, but also to see if this wasn't just a one-off thing, that my energy, my drive, my passion wasn't just a one-off thing. So through talking with them, you know, I was actually going to do an event, I believe it was in either May or June, but like, because of us moving and a whole bunch of other stuff, that had gotten pushed to July, which, oh my god, July. So anyway, through that, Neodash actually had reached out to me and said, hey, I'm going to be doing an event in April called Techno Shock, for, you know, Neodash Zero, J-Core Life. Sorry. And so through that, because it was open format, I got to go back to my roots, so to speak. So I started with some big room, or as Jimmy said, large room, and everyone else was kind of memeing on it, and I like that. That's also kind of how I met, like, Aversal and a handful of other, you know, great DJs, Cement T and all that. Cement T is pretty cool. I've talked to them a very small handful of times, very positive interactions. Anyway, so through doing this, I was like, yes, I can finally stretch my legs again, because, like, up until this point, you know, Cyber Sakura was, like, you know, like, anime related stuff. The VR chat shows that I did were like Tech House and drum and bass and some other stuff. You know, again, it was just me trying to experiment. I was like, yes, I can finally go back to my roots. And so I did. I started out with with Big Room and finished things with Happy Hardcore. I had a lot of my own remixes in there, a lot of my mashups and everything. Everyone liked it. It was really cool. Now, moving on to May. In May, I had the Nocturne Rave episode 10. For those who don't know, which I don't know how you wouldn't, I got my start online with Galaxian Recordings in 2020. I had actually hosted my own anime convention called translated, it means virtual reality convention, but it's BatTaruCon was the name of it. And I had met Ryuko and everything else through looking for DJs for that. So ever since, I have done events with him called Nocturne Raves. Think of them as open format versions of what all these other groups are currently doing in terms of, like, having online shows. So through that, you know, I did a Nocturne Rave, and then I did some more experimenting in VR chat. So 2 shows there. Around this time was when we were kind of getting settled into the new duplex, because, like, for a while there, it was you know, it was rough. It was rough. So then, from there in June, I did a Eurobeat DJ set that unfortunately no one's probably going to see, because I had accidentally deleted the raw file for it, as I actually deleted a lot of raw files on accident. So like my previous Nocturne Raves, the show I'm currently talking about, which is the Tribute Series Pre-Show Volume 3. It's something that someone named Bearded Enough does. Huge shout outs to them. That was a fun event. But there's a DJ, DJ9, or Superhero Phil, did believe it was like a K-pop set or something, and like this live stream was on YouTube. YouTube just shot that shit down. Like YouTube's like, no. So because of that, I did that, had a blast. Now, during the months of May and June, I was saving up for flamethrowers, because knowing that Paradise Online was going to be happening much later in the year, I wanted to do a Eurobeat set with flamethrowers. Because hell, you guys are 25 minutes into this video, you should already know by now. I don't expect many people to watch this, but like, I want to have this, I want this in the ether, I want this out of me, but when I do these things, I want to do things that no one else has done. Ever since I've been young, or ever since I was younger, I was taught that, hey, be the change that you want to see in the world. And that's what I try to do. I strive for that every single performance that I do, every single thing I apply myself to. I want to be different. I want to stand out. I want people to have fun. I want people to laugh. That's why I'm always over the top. That's why I'm this goofy, unhinged, like, goblin creature, and I'm like this way in person too, don't get me wrong. But so flamethrowers, right? So because I wasn't able to do the Anison Hijack event leading up to July, I was asked if I wanted to be a part of Anison Hijack's Heatwave Hijack. The stars aligned, baby. Because here's the thing, right? I'm already working on getting these flamethrowers, which I have to bring up someone else too, because without them I wouldn't be able to have the flamethrowers and among a lot of other stuff. Jeff Goins, man, if you're watching this, I absolutely love you, brother. Huge shout outs to you. He's actually going to be my partner in doing a lot of like wedding shows and a lot of other in-person stuff. I guess the correct term would be like assistant or whatever. No, he's my buddy. I love him to death. So anyway, because of this, because I was offered to do a show for Heatwave, I was like, oh yeah, I should have the flamethrowers by then. Like, let's go. Like, come on, I can't. Originally, I was gonna debut the flamethrowers at Paradise Online in October, but the thing is that, like, come on, man, it's named Heatwave, fire. Like, bruh. Like, so, and unbeknownst to me, that, like, the Heatwave event was going to kind of be my proving ground. That was going to be, or that DJ set was going to be the one that basically, like, was my application to be a resident DJ for Anison Hijack, because that was what Taylor had reached out to me about a couple months prior. Me and Super Juice talked about it as well, and me and McDougal. Huge shout outs to you, by the way. All of these names that I'm talking about, I cannot stress enough how much what you did means to me. It might just seem little, it might just seem like insignificant or whatever, but words really cannot express how much the general kindness that you guys have shown me. Not just you guys, obviously the other people, like 970, Hibiki, Ryuka, everyone pretty much. You guys have no clue how much your love and support helped me through a lot of the personal stuff that was going on in my life, a lot of the drama, a lot of the stress. Like, knowing that I had people who believed in me really meant a lot. It really meant a lot. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't let you guys down. So I went pretty much the hardest I had ever gone leading up to this point, which is my Heatwave set. The only complaints that I had is that I wish that my camera wasn't a potato at the time, and wish that I was able to get way better shots and stuff like that. But it is what it is. And so, but like, I went fucking ham because I wanted to prove myself. I wanted to say, look, I'm the Doujin Ronin. My name's Matt Wolf, by the way. So, I wanted to show people what I was made of, what I wanted, because here's the thing. Doing that, and some people who followed me for a little bit kind of know this about me. My ultimate goal is to provide a space in which people can let go of their worries, let go of their drama, let go of all of it, and just relax and be entertained and hopefully laugh a little bit. That's the whole reason why my aesthetic is like this lewd, ecchi kind of like samurai, right? Is because of that reason. I try to be this over the top because again, my original name is right freaking here. It's the Hentai Samurai, but that name doesn't fly, which I don't blame anyone for that. I get it, and also search engine optimization. So that's why I went with Doujin Ronin. It's basically the same damn thing, walking that fine line is what I like doing. And actually, to kind of bring this around, someone who I've looked up to for more than half of my life at this point, DJ Cyril, was recently interviewed in his Discord, and long story short, in this interview, while he was talking, he was saying that like one of the reasons he feels like his stuff really blew up in the late 2000s and early 2010s was that he embraced cringe, basically. Like he knew that the kind of happy hardcore that he was putting out, a lot of other like hardcore heads had kind of viewed him as like below, like beneath them, and very cringe and all this other stuff. And so what he did was he was like, all right, you know what, fuck it, I'll embrace it. I know what I have here is fire. I know that I can achieve what I want, and so I just need to lean hard into it. And so hilariously, again, that was rather recent, but like that's my philosophy on it as well, is that like leaning into that, because again, who do you know in general, or who have you seen come out on stage with like a samurai sword and that is covered in like very lewd, like suggestive anime women stickers, right, and bringing out flamethrowers? Like that is me to my core, is that I want people to be like, wait, what? Like, holy shit, Doujin Ronin, what? Like what the hell is he gonna do now? That's what I want. I want people to have that feeling, and I want them to feel like they're like, oh, I'm locked in. Like I am here to be entertained, because again, with all these online shows, it's exactly what it is. Like, people are here to be entertained, and so that's my whole entire mission. So going into Heatwave, I was like, I'm making damn sure that I bring my A game. I want to show people what I want. I want them to see my passion, see my love for this community, because again, here we are in July, and there's again a lot of bad shit had happened in my personal life, my dad's health, a whole lot of other stuff, but like the thing that was really driving me was not just the love and support of like friends, girlfriend, and everybody else. Like huge shout outs to Uncle Schmuckus, huge shout outs to Rocky. Absolutely love both of you. It's best friend, girlfriend, you get it. Huge shout outs to you guys, because you guys were also a very good support system for me during all of this. And speaking about support systems, I came correct, and being announced as a resident DJ for Anison Hijack meant the world to me. And so I wanted to do the best that I can to not only repay people like Super Juice, like McDougal, like Taylor Ray, like fucking everybody, just everybody that's on our team, but I want to repay you, the audience, because without your love and support, I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't have this kind of fire inside of me. It wouldn't be as bright as what it is. You know what I mean? And again, just small acts of kindness, they go a long way. They really do. And the tiny little like love and support that you might show other people, like, you have no clue what they're dealing with in their personal life. So having that reassurance, being told that like, holy shit, dude, you killed it. It does something to you. You know what I mean? So, two shows in July. I had the Nocturne Rave, and then I had Heatwave back to back. August. So August was, like I said, when we were, getting this place here, and so I took a break from DJing, and here is something huge for me. Excuse me. Hold on, I'm gonna get a drink. I've been talking for almost 35 minutes straight without even, like, drinking anything. Hold on. Okay. So, Ryuko Pegasatsu and Galaxian Recordings host an event every year called Galaxifest. I was at the one last year, and I was at, by last year I mean 2021. And 2022 was insane. And the reason why, okay, here's where we get real mushy. So, maybe I'll clip this part out, just so that way the people and maybe I'll clip out a lot of the other stuff too, that way the people involved don't have to sit through a damn 35-minute video just to hear this. So, I've been a fan of Odyssey Eurobeat for more than a decade. I originally found their work through Initial D, and then immediately soon after, My Little Pony. Didn't expect that one. I used to be in the fandom. I got out very quickly, but I stayed around for a lot of the fan-made content, specifically the music. So I like people like The Living Tombstone, The Wooden Toaster, which I'm still convinced to this day that was The Living Tombstone, but them before. People like I Bring the Lulls, Mike the Microphone Zero, and Drowning in Horseshoes, and most importantly, Odyssey Eurobeat, or at the time, Eurobeat Brony, formerly known. Anyway, I didn't know that was their alias at all. So during this time with the My Little Pony stuff, I had heard, like Discord and a couple of others, and I'm like, man, that reminds me of this other artist I know. And then obviously a simple Google search, I was like, what? So anyway, they were a guest DJ at Galaxifest. So the way that it worked, if I'm not mistaken, was it was I think Ryuko's DJ set, and then it was either mine and then Jessa's, or it was, or no, I think it was. I think that's what it was. I think I opened, or my DJ set played before Jessa's did, or Odyssey Eurobeat. So being able to perform with somebody who you've looked up to for more than a decade, because even before I started DJing and stuff, I always wanted to make music. I always wanted to make music similar to people like Cyril, people like Dave Rogers, Odyssey Eurobeat, a handful of others, even like Twerp, TWRP. If my whole DJ persona thing isn't obvious, a lot of it was inspired by bands like them, bands like Guar, Daft Punk a little bit, hilariously enough, the one that no one will see coming, Insane Clown Posse a little bit, in terms of bringing comedy and bringing this larger-than-life character into the music scene. So, being given that opportunity to essentially be the one, not opening for Jessa, but, performing before them, being on the same lineup as them, it blew me away, because I was like, holy crap, you mean to tell me that, I'm gonna be playing right before her? What? Let alone be a part of the same damn. And keep in mind, up until this point, all the other, all the other events that I had done, there were a lot of other people who I've looked up to, or I've listened to their music and everything else. But this was the apex. This was the holy crap. You know what I mean? And so through this, Jessa, she had actually sat and watched my DJ set. Now, she had seen me around in her Twitch streams and stuff like that, but it's so hard to put into words how much it means when somebody who you respect, and someone that you've been a fan of for, so many years, acknowledges you as an artist and shows you respect and shows you that kind of acknowledgement. Well, she did that. Jessa, complimented my DJ set, a whole bunch of other stuff. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. So it made me tear up. It made me cry a lot when she had the kind words that she had gave me during that performance. And I'm really trying not to get all emotional here, but I bottle up a lot of things. Haha, healthy. And so it really meant the world to me. But that was like tip of the iceberg stuff for what is about to happen going forward. So hold on. I am so sorry about this. I don't like people seeing me in this kind of whatever. So that blew me away. That automatically, if you were to tell me a year ago that oh yeah, hey Matt, Jessa, someone who you've been a fan of for a while, yeah, not only are you going to be performing with them, not just once but twice, back to back, but you're also going to be acknowledged, and they're going to give you praise and all this other stuff. Blew me away. It really blew me away. And so through DJing alongside her, DJing alongside people like Six Stroke, Ryuko, a whole bunch of others, it was insane leading up to this point, right? It was like the whole time I was just climbing a mountain, just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. And so fast forward 1 month, we're in September, now we're going into October. My Paradise Online DJ set. Oh my goodness. Again, keep in mind, like I just said about being a fan earlier, I mentioned this, but being a fan of Turbo, right? Because I won that competition back in I believe it was October of 2021. This was the lineup. Okay, just to let you know. We had Jessa herself, Odyssey. We had Turbo. We had DJ Hibiki. We had DJ Boss, someone who I never even would have imagined sharing the same lineup with. DJ No, 9, LeBron 14, Skib Kid, Razzie. I believe it's LeBron 14 is how you would pronounce that, and Kona, right? Oh my fucking lord, that was insane. After doing my my Heatwave set, because again, I'd never gone that hard before, I was like, I've got to one up myself. I just have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This right here is the biggest show that I'm going to do this year, and I'm wanting to make sure that I bring a lot to the table. You know what I mean? Obviously, the other people that were a part of that. So Super Your Jimmy, Neo Dash, whom I have performed with several times with Galaxian Recordings. And I might be butchering this, but VDJ, Amakasu, their set was great as well. That was the entire lineup, right? And so I wanted to make sure I want to prove to these people, not just the DJs, but everyone who is a part of it, this is what I love. I love doing this. I love showing you all what I can do. I love being able to provide something where you guys are like, man, this person's crazy. This person's a little unhinged. And I want you all to laugh a little bit. You know what I mean? I want you all to relax. So I went hard. It was the most insane DJ set I had performed in terms of visuals. Because again, I went to actually there's a couple of other locations that I had performed at that didn't make the cut. Actually, mostly because I had thought that I'm like, you know what? No, because of the lighting. Because my idea for Paradise Online was I wanted to have a day-night cycle, so that I start off at night, then in the middle of the performance it's daytime, then at the very end it's nighttime again, because I'd never seen that before. I'd never really seen anyone in our circle do something where it's like a day-night cycle. And I felt like, okay, well, if I'm doing that, I'll use the flamethrowers at night, obviously, but I won't use them throughout the entire set, because again, you don't want to oversaturate people. That's another reason why you guys won't see the flamethrowers for quite a while, unless I am like, yeah, no, this needs it right here. But like, so I was like, oh, this gives me a reason to do so. I can film that at my house, and I can film, I live actually really close to a lake, and they're currently draining the water right now, so I was like, oh, I could get a whole lot of, shots during the day and do it there, and I wanted my music to reflect what I was doing, not just my mixing, because here's the thing too, like, at those places, I performed the entire DJ set at each and every single location, so that way I could then line up the video recordings of me being at these places perfectly with the music, you know what I mean? That way I knew without a shadow of a doubt, it didn't matter, how quickly I was mixing or whatever, I could do it that way. This way, all I would have to do is record myself performing the DJ set, like just the audio. I'd only have to record that once, but I would record the video of me performing that exact same mix at these other locations. That way I could cut it up and edit it and all that other stuff. That's how you got scenes like where I'm during King of Samurai, I'm taking my sword that I made out of wood and cardboard, and each sword slash I'm teleporting in different locations. It's these kinds of ideas, and I've got many more. Like 2023, you guys have no idea what I have in store. Oh my god. One is very dangerous. I've kind of alluded to it before, but don't worry, I'm gonna do it safe. There's a lot of things that have to line up first before I can do that, but be prepared. You thought flamethrowers were crazy, just wait. That's all you'll get. So, that's why I went so hard. I wanted to prove myself. I wanted to show these people that, like, yes, like, not only did I win that competition, but I earned it. I've earned where I am. Like, people's kindness have gotten me very far, but they've shown me said kindness because of what I bring to the table, because of what I do, and because of my creativity. Because I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not knocking myself, but like, I'm not the best DJ. You know what I mean? I think I'm very all right. I think I'm I think I'm pretty good, honestly. I think I'm all right, But like, I'm nowhere near a master. You know what I mean? There's a lot of areas where I can improve. One specifically being shoutouts to 970, because I'd love to learn how to mix like how he does. He's a fantastic DJ. Please look him up, and please look up all the other DJs that I've mentioned in this fucking almost hour-long video, please. So, due to that, I wanted to, and I'll try to wrap this up because there's just a little bit more left. But I did it. I blew everyone away. Everyone that was watching, even people like Nick Festari, like, what? If you were to tell me that he would have seen some of my work, I would have been like, no, there's no way. I'm like, no. And same goes for Odyssey. I never would have expected her to not only see my content, but enjoy it and be a fan. You know what I mean? So that was insane. Then immediately fast forward to Haunted Harvest. So because I went crazy in practical effects for Paradise Online, I wanted to go crazy with visual effects. So I bought a green screen, the one that's right behind me, and wanted to go big. I wanted to go really huge. That being, I learned how to use a green screen, and all of my visuals well, I say I learned how to use a green screen. I think that I learned the wrong way personally, because like I had to jump through a lot of hoops to make it work. Basically what I did was I would record myself doing the mix, record that audio, then take that audio, throw it into my video editing software, then take a bunch of clips, line it up with said music, and then after I'd done that, I would delete the audio and export just the visuals themselves. Then I recorded myself using OBS performing in front of the green screen while having that video that I made as a video source. So like there's times when the video and the audio don't sync perfectly, and I was really stressing. That's why if you notice, I was more focused on mixing instead of going crazy and jumping around and being my typical insane goblin that I am. And so did that. A lot of people liked it. I tried a lot of new things during it. It was really fun. November came around. I wanted to take a break because I knew that my December was going to be crazy. So originally, DJ Hibiki, shoutouts to him and the crew over at SeriesAi, had reached out to me in November and asked if I wanted to be a part of an event that he was hosting. I said yes. Then soon after, I realized that like me saying yes lines me up with having 4 shows in 1 month. Because the thing that also happened it actually happened in October, but I didn't get word until like early December, was that I had applied to DJ for VRCon. Never in a million years thought they'd pick me, honestly. I was like, no, I'm too small. Not many people really know me like that. I don't like the VR stuff that I have been doing is under an alias of mine, but why not, right? So I submitted a DJ set to them. Kind of showed them some of my YouTube videos, showed them, my Heatwave, my Paradise Online, all that other, whatever. Anyway, and so, didn't hear a word from them. So I signed, told him, yeah, sure, hell yeah, let's do it, man. So that would have been one with Hibiki. Then I was going to do a New Year's show for Nocturne Rave, again, Galaxian Recordings. So it's the Nocturne Rave's New Year's. And then AniClover Unison, that was a charity that AniClover did. Huge shout outs to AniClover, by the way. And so leading into December, I was like, all right, well, I'm going to have 3 shows. I've not really done something like that before. Usually I try to stick to 1 or 2 at the most, but why not? Now, also, I should mention this just briefly. Back in June, I decided that I wanted to do a Metal Gear lecture. It's a lecture of me explaining the entire plot of Metal Gear. I had wanted to do this for years, but there's a couple of friends of mine who have done similar lectures this year, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm finally doing it after years of telling myself I'm going to do it. So that's what happened. So what's going to happen. So I've been planning since then. So I knew my December was going to be packed. So I was like, I'm going to take a break. November, work on a lot of stuff, get that going. So DJ Hibiki actually in the beginning of December was like, well, no, man, actually, I'm just going to reschedule it. I'm going to do something else, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, all right, yeah, no big deal. This is where everything became a big deal. So VRCon reached back out to me and said, hey, we really like your energy. We really like what you bring to the table. We'd love to have you as a guest. What days are you available? I about shit a brick. I was like, what? Because I know people that are way larger than myself who have applied to DJ for them, and they weren't picked. Honestly, seeing them talk about not getting picked or not hearing any word back from VRCon made me be like, oh fuck, there's no way I got it. So when they did, I flipped out. I was like, what? So I had VRCon, which we had, from what I understand, and I could be counting wrong, I don't believe I am, but we had over 500 people involved that were listening to my DJ mix, because like we were in a hub world that then they cloned the instance to have it public. And what we were doing was we were feeding the audio from said instance to all the other instances. It might have actually been like the sleeper hit of my year in terms of like just raw audience alone. Because like leading up to this point, you got to think, man, like when I was doing shows with Galaxian Recordings, I still am, but like over there we had anywhere between the lowest would probably be like 10 to the highest, which would be maybe 70, 80 at the very most, like during Galaxifest and stuff like that, or at least like 2021s, 2022s we had a good turnout as well. But my overall point is that leading into this, I have not many had this many eyeballs on me, and so it's really refreshing. So I did in December. Here we go, we're almost at the end here. I'm going to try to wrap this up before I hit the hour mark, but no promises. So I had VRCon, Nocturne, or the New Year's Nocturne Rave, and AniClover Unison, all pretty much week after week after week. It was really intense. It was really, really intense. But I did it. Everyone really enjoyed my sets and everything. My AniClover one is the second DJ set I've done using my green screen. I've got to find an easier way to do it. And so I guess to say, all in all, doing all of these shows, having all these opportunities given to me, this will be the most important part of this fucking hour-long video, I guess. So because I worked so hard, because I kept my nose to the grindstone, because I believed in myself, I was able to become a resident DJ for Anison Hijack and Galaxian Recordings as well. Be able to perform alongside people like DJ Boss, Turbo, Odyssey, people that I've looked up to for many, many years. People that I look up to who I've discovered very recently within the last 1.5 to 2 years. Neo Dash, specifically, Super Euro Jimmy, specifically, like people like Neo Dash, people like Assertive, 970, It's Creepy, definitely It's Creepy, huge shout outs to them. Words cannot express how much I appreciate the love and support that they've shown me, especially since I also was a huge fan of their music as well. So to be acknowledged by someone, which I also need to mention for the Halloween event, I don't believe I skipped over the Halloween event. No, I did mention it. But I got to DJ alongside people like Hellblind and It's Creepy. Like, holy shit. So anyway. Because you guys showed me that love and support, it drove me to go harder. It drove me to keep going at this. It really, really pushed me to go as far as I could, and I wouldn't be here without your guys' love and support. So I guess all in all, I just wanted to say that this isn't in any particular order, but people like, it's huge shout outs, and I cannot stress this enough. I will never be able to show you guys how much your kindness means to me. And so I hope to show you one day and show you how serious I am. And I want to repay you guys with this kind of kindness. I want to do, specifically like for Anison Hijack, I want to do my absolute best to do shows for Anison Hijack. I want to get us even bigger. I want to do everything I can to help this community that, you know, I'm a part of now. Because again, like, it blows me away the opportunities I've been given, the love and support you guys have been giving me. So to, like I said, to kind of shove everything into a very condensed ball, I guess, that I could, whatever, is that huge shout outs to people like Mika and Maru, huge shout outs to McDougal, DJ Taylor Ray, DJ Super Juice, Neo Dash, Super Euro Jimmy, Odyssey, It's Creepy, and many more. I'm really trying not to get all teary-eyed here, but like, it just, Turbo, it means a lot. So here is going into 2023. Hold on. So I said to hold on for a second, because this little goblin came into my room. This is my little sister. Her name is Adeline. Here, say hi to the camera. Say hello, everybody. They can't even see you. You gotta scoot closer, goober. There you go. Stop with the goofy face. Stop. Just smile. Can you just normal smile? Can you just normal smile? I'm gonna give you a wedgie. I'm gonna give you a wedgie. But yeah, after this, Mimi, I have to go to sleep, okay? Here, give me a hug. I love you. Love you. Hey, hey. Wait. No, hey. Who's the bestest big bubby in the whole wide world?
You.
What?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Can I have a big old hug?
You're gonna come upstairs and push
No, because I have to have a shower and I have to go to sleep. Come here. Love you. Yes, you can feel my hat. Okay, go. Go. Love you.
Love you.
Okay. I originally paused the video, but I was like, all right, hell with it. I'll just let it ride. So, again, yeah, here's to 2023. It's going to be even crazier. I have so much in store. You guys are not ready. I plan on doing a lot more in-person shows now that COVID's kind of calmed down and my dad's health's gotten a lot better. I mean, he's still not out of the woods just yet, but, you know, I mean, my sister's asthma still. But I'm going to wear, you know, mask. I'm going to do a lot more, to protect them, so to speak. But I'm going to do a lot more in-person shows. I'm going to be performing with Anison Hijack, some of the crew live. I won't say when or what. Things aren't finalized yet, but it's going to happen. That's going to be crazy. I'm gonna have a really big trip later this year planned. Me and my brother Jeff are gonna be doing a lot more stuff together, such as weddings, try to get club gigs, that kind of thing. Kind of go the normie route, you know. And just I'm gonna do a lot because I want to show you guys a lot more. You guys have only seen. Like this, 2023 is going to be the year of the Doujin Ronin, as Super Juice actually had said a couple of months back. I'm like, yes, literally yes, because I'm going to be producing my own music this year. That's something I want to do. Here's my goals, I guess. So my goals for 2023 there are a small handful of people that I want to perform with live. I won't specify too many names right now, but obviously the number one top of the list people that I want to perform alongside would be some of the other members of Anison Hijack. I really would like to perform alongside Jessa and Creepy live if ever given that opportunity. There and Ryuko as well, many more. And so here's hoping. But I'd like to make an album. I'd like to produce an album by the end of the year. I don't know how to make music, but a great friend of mine, which I'm going to link their YouTube channel in the description of this video. But like, because they're fantastic, and without them, I won't be able to do what I'm going to do. It's going to be crazy. I can't spoil much. So I just wanted to say, from the bottom of my heart, my goblin, lewd, etchy heart, that I love you guys. I can't wait to show you what I have. I have so much in store for you all, and here's going into 2023 together. You know, like I said at the end of all my DJ shows, I've been the Doujin Ronin. I love each and every one of you guys. Your love and support is what's gotten me here, and I want to take this energy to prove how much it means to me. So anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic 2023. Also, if you've made it this far, please subscribe. please subscribe. This is a new channel, so like I said, this will be more experimental stuff. And I can't wait to see the adventure that we have together. So again, I love you all. Peace. Oh, stay tuned for Metal Gear.